Hey there, Katarina here. Oyster roasts are a huge part of the culture of Charleston, so it's only natural that it's home to the world's largest oyster roast with 45,000 pounds of oysters. This is actually my first time going to a big oyster roast outside of family and friends, let alone the world's largest one, so I'm super excited. I'll take you along with me, and if you like what you see, you'll have to mark your calendar for next year. This is the 39th annual Lowcountry Oyster Festival, and it happens rain or shine. This year it's held at Boone Hall Plantation in Mount Pleasant. So let's check it out! The venue was awesome and the weather was perfect. It was in the 60s and overcast, so it wasn't too hot. So the saying for oysters is that they are only good through every month that has an R, so September through April. You'll find most oyster roasts here between December and February for the most part. The reason for this is that wild oysters can not only taste bad, but you can have a higher risk of food poisoning in the summer months. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but I'd rather not take my chances. This event is at the end of January, so we should be good to go. This festival has a ton of fun things going on. It had really good live music, oyster eating and shucking contests, beer and wine, a children's area, booths with merchandise from local companies, and a food court for the non-oyster lovers. To get into this event, we all got general admission tickets, which cost $23 each, and that's just for entry into the festival. Once you're in the festival, you can purchase food and beverage tickets, and this is a cashless event, so we made sure to have our credit cards. Once you're in, you can buy as many $1 tickets as you want. We ended up getting $100 worth of tickets, and it ended up being the perfect amount for 3 of us. Oyster buckets were $22 to $25 depending on which ones you got. The Chesapeake Bay oysters were $22 a bucket, and they were amazing and huge, and local Charleston oysters were $25 a bucket, but also really good. It's hard to compare them because they were both good for different reasons. The Chesapeake Bay oysters were easier to open and were consistently giant, whereas the local ones have a much saltier flavor that's really good, but were a little harder to open. Children 10 and under are free with an adult admission ticket, and there were a ton of activities for kids in the festival. There was a VIP ticket option as well for people 21 and older for $179, and that ended up selling out. The VIP tickets include unlimited food, including steamed oyster and beverages under the VIP tent. Because I hadn't been to the event before, I didn't know if it was a good deal or not. But after going, I think the best part is that you don't have to wait in long lines for anything, and it's all unlimited. With the general admission tickets, we had to wait in lines for pretty much everything, like the tickets, the oysters, and any alcoholic beverages. But it was well worth it because the oysters were some of the best I've ever had. After the event, the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources and the Coastal Conservation Association of Charleston collaborate to recycle the oyster shells in local waterways to help reduce the risk of flooding and rebuild fisheries. I wasn't able to get a recording of everything as we were there for 2.5 hours of the 7-hour-long festival, but we will definitely be going back next year so we can see the shucking competitions and explore more. If you want more information on this festival, I'll link the website in the description. This event is put on by Toadfish, a local company that I just love. They make some really cool products, like these non-tipping can holders and tumblers where if you put it down, it won't tip over, but if you pick it up straight on, it's easy. It's perfect for boating because it won't tip over, and they make great gifts. They also sell other drinkware, kitchen supplies like knives and grilling utensils, apparel, and even fishing gear. For merch, you should check out toadfish.com. We bought a few things at the festival too, like these cool hats, super soft hoodies and t-shirts, and they even had a scratch and dent section where they sold the imperfect items for only $10. My favorite part about this company is that their whole mission is ocean conservation, specifically improving coastal water quality for our local ecosystems by planting oysters, hence their slogan of "Put 'em back." They replant new oyster beds for every product sold, and they have planted over 280,000 square feet of oyster beds, so they are doing their part. Anyways, they did have a large presence at the festival, which was great to see, and I have no affiliation with them other than truly admiring their work, so I wanted to share it with you here. Thank you to all of the sponsors who made this event happen, and all of the staff members did an incredible job, so thank you to them too. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll try this Oyster Festival out next year.